When you see above into the sky, hopefully, you do think, are we alone in this universe? Is any other kind of life form exist in this universe? Maybe they could be a better life form than us, maybe not, whatever. In this video, we will discuss some events that cannot deny the existence of alien life. The Rendlesham Forest Incident. Sometimes referred to as Britain's Roswell, the U.K.'s most well-known UFO sightings were reported in late 1980 on a Royal Air Force military base near England's east coast. On December 26 of that year, the first sighting occurred when two United States Air Force members reported seeing lights falling to Earth over nearby Rendlesham Forest at around 3 a.m. According to an official Air Force memo that later documented the incident, the servicemen entered the forest to investigate and saw a metallic object giving off lights and moving around. When local police arrived, they reportedly didn't see any lights other than the bright beacon of a nearby lighthouse, but later discovered markings near the site. I think this good to spark your gray cells. 2. Do you know what Area 51 is? Area 51 is one of the strangest places in the world. Stories about flying saucers and extraterrestrial creatures are quite commonly attached to this area. Located in the middle of Nevada, your dreams take flight into something bizarre here at Area 51. It has quite amazingly managed to create a subculture, and there are people who are dedicated believers of all things outworldly that have to do with this place. UFO buffs can sometimes have some outlandish theories, bordering conspiracy, and we have heard them all. Other than the conspiracies, here are is fact that will give you goosebumps for sure. Robert Lazar shot to global fame with an interview he had given with a Las Vegas radio station. Robert or Bob Lazar claims that he worked at Area 51, and that he knows for sure all about its clandestine extraterrestrial activities. He claimed it to be a place where the extraterrestrial is studied and, in fact, the area, according to Lazar, housed alien aircrafts. This when Area 51 got exposed in the public eye for the first time. 3. One of the most notable first sightings in the Sunshine State happened in February 1942, during World War II, which involved an unusual military attack. The attack on Pearl Harbor had happened only 3 months before, and on the night of February 24, military units on the California coast were instructed to prepare for Japanese raids. On the morning of February 25, an unidentified aircraft was spotted on the radar 120 miles west of Los Angeles and disappeared. From there, air raid sirens were raised, a citywide blackout was instated, bright anti-aircraft searchlights punctured the night sky, and a mass defense air raid was launched. Reports of unidentified flying objects, foreign aircrafts, and even airplane crash landings came pouring into local police departments. The mass chaos led to the deaths of at least 5 civilians from heart attacks and car accidents during the citywide blackout, and vast property damage from shrapnel. 4. The Tunguska Event. The Tunguska Event was a massive explosion that occurred near the Podkamennaya Tunguska River in Yeniseisk Governorate, now Krasnoyarsk Krai, Russia. On the morning of June 30, 1908, the explosion over the sparsely populated eastern Siberian taiga flattened an estimated 80 million trees over an area of 2,150 square kilometers, 830 square miles, of the forest, and eyewitness reports suggest that at least 3 people may have died in the event. The explosion is generally attributed to the air burst of a stony meteoroid about 100 meters, 330 feet, in size. It is classified as an impact event. Even though no impact crater has been found, the object is thought to have disintegrated at an altitude of 5 to 10 kilometers, 3 to 6 miles, rather than to have hit the surface of the Earth. Dyatlov Pass Incident. The Dyatlov Pass Incident Russian was an event in which 9 Russian hikers died in the northern Ural Mountains between 1 and February 2, 1959, in uncertain circumstances. The experienced trekking group, who were all from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, had established a camp on the slopes of Kalatsyakhl, in an area now named in honor of the group's leader, Igor Dyatlov. During the night, something caused them to cut their way out of their tent and flee the campsite while inadequately dressed for the heavy snowfall and sub-zero temperatures. After the group's bodies were discovered, an investigation by Soviet authorities determined that 6 had died from hypothermia while the other 3 had been killed by physical trauma. 1 victim had major skull damage, 2 had severe chest trauma, and another had a small crack in the skull. 4 of the bodies were found lying in running water in a creek. And 3 of these had soft tissue damage of the head and face. 2 of the bodies were missing their eyes, 1 was missing its tongue, and 1 was missing its eyebrows. The investigation concluded that a compelling natural force had caused the deaths. Numerous theories have been put forward to account for the unexplained deaths, including animal attacks, hypothermia, avalanche, katabatic winds, infrasound-induced panic, military involvement, or some combination of these. These are some incidents that may you force to think, does really alien life exist?